All right, so one of the comparisons that people seem to be really interested about is the 1More Evo versus the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro. So that's what we're going to cover here today in this video. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, starting off with the specs, because the specs are very similar. And then after that, we'll get into the more important stuff, like the overall user experience between the two earbuds. So both of these are running Bluetooth 5.2. As far as codecs, they support SBC, AAC, as well as LDAC. So you do have the high resolution streaming option with both of these earbuds. They also support independent use. So you can use either the left or the right while the other remains inside of the case. And they both offer multi-point connection. So you do have the option to connect to two devices at the same time. As far as the cases, they both support wireless charging, so they have you covered there. And then when it comes to battery life, very similar numbers. So the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro are going to give you roughly 8 hours on a single charge with a total of 32, including the case. And then the 1More Evo are also going to give you around 8 hours on a single charge with a total of 28, including the case. Now, obviously, once you factor in active noise cancellation, if you're using that LDAC codec, also the volume that you're using to listen to the earbuds, once you factor in all of those things, those numbers are going to drop. And then both of these do feature an IPX4 water resistant rating. So sweat, light splashes of water are not going to harm these earbuds. So now let's go ahead and jump into the fit. So for me, neither of these is going to be my go-to for the gym, but just casual use, going for a walk or something like that. These are going to be perfectly fine. Now, as you guys know, I do have small ears, so, take that for what it's worth. Also, both of these do feature in-ear detection, so you are going to get that automatic pause whenever you remove one of the earbuds from your ear. Now, as far as comfort, I think the 1More Evo are a tad bit more comfortable, probably due to their smaller size and the fact that they're using oval ear tips, which does help keep the pressure in the ear to a minimum. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the Soundcore as well as the 1More app. So overall, you are getting the better experience with the Soundcore app because it's giving you everything that you need. So the main differences between the two are the fact that the Liberty 3 Pro do give you access to all of your controls, as well as the option to customize the configuration of those controls. Along with that, you're also getting a ton of different EQ presets to play around with. So you can just go through the different list and really just find one that works the best for you. In addition to that, you're also getting a fully customizable graphic EQ. So you have a ton of flexibility, a ton of customization when it comes to the sound. As far as the 1More app, when it comes to the controls, you have a long press, which is designated for your ambient sound control. And then you have a double tap and a triple tap, which you can customize within the app. But unfortunately, you don't get access to all of the earbuds functions at once. Also, as far as the EQ, the only option you have is the Sound ID feature, so there's no list of presets and no customizable graphic EQ, which is one decision that kind of confuses me because it doesn't seem like it would be very difficult to at least add a list of presets or even add a graphic EQ so that you can really customize the sound. So I'm not sure why 1More left those options out here. So when it comes to the apps between these two earbuds, the Soundcore app is really the one-stop shop. Because it gives you everything that you need to take full advantage of the earbuds. So now let's go ahead and talk about the sound quality, starting off with the Liberty 3 Pro. So I'm sure, as most of you know by now, these are giving you some excellent sound quality. You're getting plenty of bass, plenty of treble, plenty of volume as well. And then, as we just saw, within the Soundcore app, you have a ton of EQ options. So you can really kind of fine tune the sound and get it to a point that works the best for you. Now, the 1More Evo are going to give you better sound quality overall, but there is a catch. So in order to get them there, you do have to jump through a few more hoops. So straight out of the box, the sound quality is not better than the Liberty 3 Pro. So I do recommend going through the steps for the Sound ID so that you can get that custom EQ. So basically, it's going to take you through a number of different steps, walk you through kind of like a sound test, and then it's going to come up with a custom EQ based on the results. So I do recommend doing that because it is going to improve the sound by quite a bit. But on top of that, if you guys saw my review, what I did is add some EQ on top of the sound ID. But in order to do that, you will have to use a third-party app. So once I added my own personal EQ on top of the sound ID, it took the sound to a whole nother level. So you're able to get noticeably stronger bass and cleaner treble compared to the Liberty 3 Pro. So overall, the range and just the output that these can produce is better than the Liberty 3 Pro. It's just sad that you can't really unlock that full potential with the native 1More app. You have to jump through some more hoops and do some kind of, aftermarket things to get them to that point. But if you're willing to do that, the sound that you can get out of these is by far top level. So I know some people aren't going to want to do that. You probably feel like, when I buy the earbuds, you should give me everything that I need within the native app to take full advantage of the earbuds. So I completely understand that. But like I said, if you're willing to take that extra step and find a way to EQ these outside of the 1More app, you can get some top level sound for sure. Now, when it comes to active noise cancellation and transparency mode, these are pretty evenly matched. I would probably give a slight edge to the Evo, but if active noise cancellation is your main priority, there's not enough there to really justify going for the Evo over the Liberty 3 Pro. Now, when it comes to phone calls, you are getting better performance from the Liberty 3 Pro. They do a noticeably better job at blocking out background noise. And if you guys follow the channel, then you know these are my absolute go-to for microphone quality. They do an amazing job at blocking out background noise. And I'm not even going to do a microphone test here in this video because over the past few months, I've done a ton of them with the Liberty 3 Pro. So just go back and watch some of those videos if you're curious as to the microphone performance. But if phone calls are important to you and you spend a lot of time in noisy environments, you will want to go with the Liberty 3 Pro. So overall, if having access to all of your controls is a must, if you need top-notch microphone quality, and if you're looking for the best native app experience between these two earbuds, you definitely want to go with the Liberty 3 Pro. On the other hand, if you're looking for the best possible sound quality between these two, I do recommend the 1More Evo, but like I said, there is a catch. You will have to jump through a few hoops to get them to their full potential. So if you're willing to do that, you can get some pretty incredible sound. So that is my breakdown between the 1More Evo and the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro. Hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, as well as consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on social media at CEO in the Making. And aside from that, as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.